Right, we're going live.
All right.
We are live. Hello. Hello, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. And I said that for roughly the 20th time. I have no idea why I keep saying that. But, welcome to the dumpster fire. Beautiful dumpster fire. We've got some hot knowledge today. We've got Bruce Irvin shouting, "I'm free." At his first practice after the Oakland Raiders, that's a bit of a mess. If you've ever been paying attention, Derek Carr throwing the ball on a 4th and 5, and he threw it away. Le'Veon Bell. The wonderful Le'Veon has not reported to the Steelers. He's going to be sitting out for the rest of the season. Good fucking riddance, but I'm just going to say, it sucks, but yeah. That's why I laughed at everybody in that draft for picking him first round, because we knew that was going to happen. And also, we have the fiasco with the Mexican football field. You hear about this, 5 points?
Yeah, man. What happened to the field?
Apparently there was a concert there the night before. And it's the home stadium for both the Mexican national soccer team and Club America.
Yeah, the field looked like it had been scorched by,
Yep. And I'm going to have it on here. Look at that. That is destroyed. Pure destroyed. You can't play on that. Even if you had to resaw it, it would take too quick. It wouldn't be fast enough to patch up. You just have to...
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, man.
Feeling like some contractor was like, dude, we're laying this stage on this field or we're not having a show tonight. And then the motherfucker was like, you can't do that. You don't want to lay it on the stage, right? Like that. And then they just did it anyways. And they're like, dude, we have a football game here.
Yeah, literally, it's just when, if you ever watch Batman Begin, or The Dark Knight Rises, when Bane starts to blow up Heinz Field, it's kind of the beginning stages of that. And then I think you can see Heinz Ward just running right over here with everyone else falling behind him. That's what I think I can really see.
Is that the area of the field where Heinz Ward is going to crack back Keith Rivers and break his jaw? Where is that?
I don't know. He was the one returning the kicks during the movie, right. Which is surprising because Heinz Ward's not really a speedster.
Yeah. Oh, in the movie he was returning the kicks?
Oh, yeah, he was. You've never seen that movie?
I remember that scene. I was probably high.
Right.
It happens every once in a while.
Oh, of course.
Oh, look at that. Replicated. What else you got to talk about, man? You got some good topics going on here, man.
Yes, sir. And we also have to pay tribute to an old legend today. And we all know who his name is. The wonderful Peterman. God rest his soul. Let's have a moment of silence to remember his wonderful career. His career of throwing as many touchdowns to the other team as his own. His receivers not catching anything. The pick sixes. Let's take a moment and just remember. And Dead Air, I don't want you to fucking say anything.
Bow our heads, everyone. Nathan Peterman hit the thrower of only 3 touchdowns to 12 interceptions.
Mm-hmm. Oh, in about 100 attempts, which is really depressing because I saw him at Pitt. He was solid, and now he sucks. It's awful.
Rest in peace, his quarterback rating of 30.2.
Yeah, P would have been better just spiking the ball in the field every time.
You know that Ryan Leafs, the year that he threw 2 touchdowns and 15 picks, his passer rating was 39.9, and Peter Meme's career rating is low to mid 30. I think it's 33 something. It's terrible. His real problem is he's never thrown for yards. He's the most shit quarterback ever. Really,
one of them. Really, it's legendarily bad. I don't know how you could be much worse than Peterman was at the level. Now, to be fair, he was thrown to the wolves. He should not have started his rookie year. He needed a few years of development. But, it was just, it was bad. It was just ugly.
It's like Flemlo said, though, you shouldn't turn down an opportunity. They thrust him in there, and he just didn't pan out.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I get it.
He had his chance. You can't really say that. Peterman is going to be, a legend of legends.
Who's worse?
for the wrong reasons. Like, I mean, there are probably a couple, if you look at the names, that are probably worse. I mean, maybe Achilles Smith might give him a run, but Cade McNown, Jim Druckenmiller.
Oh, Upton. It's
Yeah,
pretty
I
bad.
would say.
Was
I'm
bad.
trying to go back in like the Wayback Machine. Like there's some like really bad like Falcons quarterbacks and Vikings quarterbacks that come to mind like in their early years, but probably some bad Bucks
Dave Brown.
quarterbacks. Dave Brown,
Oh, dude.
he was he started a couple years, didn't he?
Yeah, and then he got sat for Kent Graham. He was really bad.
Yep, and then
He was-
Cordell Stewart got benched for Kent Graham.
Yeah. You ever just see a guy that lines up under center and you're just like, this guy should not throw the ball? You know what I mean? Like, just please do not throw the ball. Please hand the ball off to Tiki Barber or do something. But every time he threw the ball, I was like, that's the pick.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you're stalking my page.
Yes, I am, sir. Just taking a look. You hear about Tom Wilson being apparently now he's back. He got like a nice slap on the wrist instead of 20. Now it's 14 or something like that.
He got time off for good behavior? Is that
Yeah,
how
I
that
think
works?
so. Detroit's 4-0 against Arizona. Damn it, I thought Arizona was going to be good this year. What the fuck? Whatever.
Alerts on for your Discord.
No, they are not.
I don't know whose noise that was.
Probably is.
Yep. Oh, there. See. Yep.
Yeah.
People sending you dick pics, man.
Probably. It's probably going to randomly pop up here and it's like, oh shit, there goes my spank bank.
Y'all stop messaging Tree on his Discord. You're fucking up the stream.
Exactly, man.
So
Well,
wait a
either that
minute.
or I'm going to have to, like, just turn it off. But I do have a couple super chats that we got to mention today. Dodger of Zion for $5 dues, paying tribute to Peterman with a $5 to the best shit poster on YouTube. No, the best shit poster on YouTube is Jalen Ramsey. And he's learning also the valuable lesson of shit posting. You talk shit, you get hit. And that's what the Jags are doing right now. They are getting hit. And it ain't good.
Yeah,
Have we figured out, is it Sika or Sika?
Ika.
Sika? Kevin Sika for $10. Late. We are definitely aware. It's super late. And you can blame me for that one. I was working on Sports Ball. I've about finished it up. So I've just got to finalize a few things and it should be out. My apologies. Forgiveness, please. I'm just going to bow my head. But,
Dude, where's sports ball?
yeah, I know, right? Where's Sports Ball? Where's the World Series commentary?
Yeah.
The
Where's
fuck?
the haters guy?
Yeah, exactly. Where's the Super Bowl haters guide for Super Bowl 54? Top quarterback prospects for the draft and develop an anti-Pro Bowl. I need that Dolphins locale vid tree.
This year could be the year that they finally achieve localdom.
The Dolphins,
You know.
they are pretty close. Like, they're a team I'm watching, especially after that culture change. But let's just put it this way. Like, the Raiders are long due, but I've still got to piece together a lot of shit there. Because there's a lot of layers you got to unfold with the Raiders, and it's happening in real time. That's what you have to realize, too. Because if I do it recently, like, there's new stuff that could come out, and it just, like, makes it, like...
Yeah.
If-
You gotta wait till the end of the year or off season.
I'd say mid-November might work. Because, like, it's getting bad now. Like, John Gruden's been a fucking disaster. And my firm belief is that he is just grifting Mark Davis for all his worth. Which I don't feel bad for Mark Davis at all. That fucker did it to himself. But
Yeah. I think Gruden was tired of working in the booth, you know, and he was just like, yeah, let me go steal Mark Davis's money.
I think the real thing is that John Gruden saw the cut writing on the wall for ESPN. He thought he might have been getting laid off. And he's also making more money with Oakland than ESPN.
He like tripled his salary. He should have figured out that shit posting was the future on the internet.
Yeah, his predictions in drafting are even worse than mine. Let's just put it that way.
Who's that in the chat saying, thank God Peter Meme is gone? Are you kidding?
Jason
you know
Thompson? No. I
This
liked
year
Peter
we've
Meme
lost-
when he was at Pitt.
We've lost so many memes over the last 6 months. Are you kidding?
It's just, we're creating new memes, but I mean, like, still. Memes have, like, a very short shelf life.
Yeah, they're like mayflies.
Oh, yeah.
They're really-
They rise and then they'll fall, and then new memes will rise from the ashes, and it's
Right. They're
beautiful.
born and then they die though too. Like they come out and then they die.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
Jack Kabilski for
Oh, you got that
$2.
one.
Opinion on the Bears.
Nice Polish name, right?
Kabilski.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Bears, they were a dark horse candidate for me, earlier in the year.
Right.
The thing is, the offense needs to get together, and it's starting to really click.
Hey, you know what I like about the Bears is that they covered the 7 this weekend that I took them on over Detroit.
Over
That's what I really like
FanDuel.
about the
Oh,
Bears.
dude, they more than covered that shit. I think a lot of the favorites covered everything. I think the only ones that didn't cover were the Jets, the Falcons. Were the Bucks favored in that game?
The Bucks were favored, and I smartly stayed away from that one.
Dude, they had 500 yards of offense, and they couldn't do dick.
Yeah, and I took the Falcons -7. That was a dumb one because I should have remembered that KTO was at the game and they were going to have good juju.
KTO's good luck. But the Falcons still choke too, so you have to remember that.
The league is amazing to me how one team will just fucking whip the living shit out of a division leader in the Redskins, a good team, and then lay down like a cheap prostitute to the fucking Browns.
I know. That's what the Falcons do. I mean, that's not a lie. They had to pretty much win out, and now they are 4-5, and they're in trouble. They're going to have to win out, especially in that South. How are you going to beat the Saints and the Panthers?
I think the Panthers make it in. I think the Saints are pretty much a lock, by the way.
Oh, yeah, the Saints look good. Rams are a lock, too. I mean, their division's a joke. Literally, they can clinch their division in about 10 days.
I think the Falcons' window is starting to close, don't you think?
I mean, let's face it, their D's been decimated.
Yeah.
I mean, their D was based on playmakers, and most of them are gone. Even when they get Deion Jones back, it's a problem.
I don't know. The Panthers, yeah, they're good, but they have that collapse tendency though. They could brown it up.
The Panthers did that last week against the Steelers. Whew. That was a mauling.
That's the thing, though. I'm not betting Thursday night games anymore because you just never know. It's basically 50-50 that one team is going to beat the living shit out of one underprepared team.
Exactly. 52-21. That's really about it. It really is goes to talent. That's really about it.
Yeah, they were close to the greatest beatdown of all time. I was loving that. I love huge blowouts, man.
Well, if you like blowouts, this past week was really good for that, let's just say.
Yeah.
It was nothing but blowouts. Buffalo crushing the goddamn Jets 41-10. I was expecting a low score. I'm like, what? It's the same thing that happened against Minnesota. They just randomly threw up numbers. The weirdest goddamn time. That. Yeah, I picked up the Jets D in 2 leagues. Thanks, assholes. Thanks for the -3 points.
That's why losing Peterman hurts so much.
Yeah, now we have to deal with goddamn Matt Barkley. Logan Thomas.
He's been horrible for a long time. Where did that come from?
Matt Barkley, yeah. Was Logan Thomas, didn't he used to be quarterback?
He was the starter in
Arizona. He was 2014, and then they converted him to tight end. I did not realize they converted him to tight end.
Virginia Tech Hokie, Logan Thomas.
1 for 9, with 1 touchdown being his only completion in Arizona. Ow. This 15-yard completion last week was his second completion of his career.
Yeah, he was a running slack. He was like a quarterback when he was at Tech. So
Arizona's gone through so many random quarterbacks. So it's I'm surprised they even remembered that name.
They threw Carson Palmer out there, man. Yeah. That's what'll happen. Eli Manning will end up in Arizona. Fucking.
So, did you get a new car?
Football's retirement.
Kind of.
No, I don't want an ad. Whatever. Sorry. It's the ESPN app. I'm just loading some scores. Let's put something nice on the airs.
Yep, on the air. We got some super chats. I saw a
Yep,
couple.
I saw Lord Lowe for $2. Tree to a legacy of failure vid on Mark Martin, perennial 5th place finish. I kind of like Mark Martin, though.
The NASCAR driver?
Yeah, the NASCAR driver, the old Valvoline number 6.
Yep. I had a friend that used to date his daughter. Because I live in Central Virginia, and those dudes are always around, those NASCAR dudes. He's a nice guy, Mark Martin.
Oh,
Rusty
yeah.
Wallace, not so much.
Rusty Wallace can do whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah, he's kind of a cock, though.
And a big question from TIE Fighter 94 for $5. Who will win the overall tank bowl in the NFL?
Wow, that is a great question.
That is. I mean, look, you've got Oakland at the lead right now with 1-8. You've got the Giants, the 49ers. You've got, the Cardinals. I think you have, there's another team.
The Emperor Mera will not allow the Giants to tank.
They're trying to compete. And Odell Beckham wants him to go 9-7. Yeah. Fuck up your tank.
Gotta go 8-0, man. In our second season, as Pat Shermer called it, I was like, nah, man, it's this season, and fucking guys are 2-7.
Of course.
Your little second 8-game season. I don't give a fuck. You should have been playing 8 weeks ago.
Well, that would involve working now, wouldn't it?
Yeah. They could go 8-0. Okay.
Yeah, but if my personal pick would probably be Oakland or Arizona.
Arizona's got this. I think the thing, though, is Oakland is so obviously trying to tank.
Well, now they weren't trying in the beginning, but now it's just so bad they're kicking and screaming into it.
Right. They're like, look, we traded away everybody. Everybody's hurt. Derek Carr, I don't even know why they're carting Derek Carr out there. They're just putting miles
They are
on him.
ruining that guy. They are straight ruining him. He was one of the most promising quarterbacks 2 years ago.
Yep. They're doing a David Carr on him.
Oh, yeah. They're just letting him get wrecked. At this rate, he's going to have the reputation of Kaepernick, but without the social justice.
Have you ever seen one of those inflatable things when you were a kid where you hit it and it comes back up because it has a little weight in the bottom of it? That was David Carr's first year as a position. It's hey, hit this thing, this inflatable fucking thing, and put your full body weight on it and try to pop it every time. That was David Carr.
Exactly. Yeah. And now it's they just got old. It's oh, we're gonna get our recipe from 2003 again. Yeah, and we're gonna get super old, and everyone's gonna be good. And no. That was a shot in the dark and just a lucky sort of change.
Gruden's wondering why his offense isn't working when he doesn't have fucking 4 Hall of Famers on the offense. He doesn't have fucking Robert Gallery and Barrett Robbins and all these fucking monster offensive linemen. And he's wondering why his shit fucking read option offense.
Exactly. Oh, his offensive linemen are injured. Donald Penn's been out. He's old as shit.
Right.
It's we're going to go with old-ass beast mode. And Martavis Bryant. Jordy Nelson.
Mari Cooper. Let's do that.
Mari Cooper. Yep. Still can't
believe
the Cowboys
I think
traded
it's the Raiders. I think it's the Raiders, man.
Yeah, I would say the Raiders, too. Because they're just, outright bad.
They're also trying really hard, too, to tank. It's most obvious. It's Philadelphia 76ers level.
Yeah, but, at this rate, I don't trust John Gruden scouting. I don't trust it at all.
Yeah, well, he's the, I don't know. I think the thing now, which I've seen, the big trend with these mobile quarterbacks is they're just trying to mask the fact that they don't have an offensive line. And that's how teams are going now. They're like, oh, we can put Pat Mahomes out there and run him around, and we don't need to draft talent on the offensive line. We can just have our quarterback get eaten alive for 2 or 3 years. Exactly. So I don't know.
I'm surprised Derek Carr did that well. It's just it was not that good for him. He's had a bunch of receivers just drop shit. Like, he's got nothing. And then Martavis Bryant's going to be out for a couple weeks because I think he tore his PCL.
Oh no.
Yep.
That's cool. The muscle hamster is on Oakland. I had
Oh,
no
yeah,
idea.
he's been on Oakland. Like, they signed him, like, as a backup option.
That guy had a huge. He's one of those running backs. He had a year and a half and then just fell off a cliff.
Yeah, he had that huge year, and then it just, like,
What's that?
fell apart.
What was that?
I have no idea.
That's the games that you play when you're not editing videos, right there.
Just some random shit. That's really about
Please
it.
don't flash porn on our screens, you know.
Yeah,
Just-
I mean, maybe it was. Maybe it was something.
maybe it was. I'm just saying, like, I know, I get it. Like, I don't.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
I mean,
judge.
yeah. I keep forgetting I'm on, and I can't show my spank bank.
Right.
Even though that
right.
was not my spank bank, you can't show it. Kirk Coble for $6 Canadian. Sorry, my throat's being fucky. Thoughts on the Canucks this year? Elias Pettersson tearing up shit so far. Like, the Canucks have been, like, gaining some cohesion. Like, you've got your core in place. Besser, Horvat, you've got Elias Pettersson. I mean, I don't think you're just there just yet. You still have Walevy. You still have Thatcher Demko. So I don't think it's your year this year. You might make the playoffs, but at the same time, it's kind of like a Brave situation. You need to congeal more.
Gio.
Yes.
Didn't they get beat by another surprising team last night? The New York Rangers?
The Rangers. That was one I was considering. Like, I mean, not to
They're not
toot
good.
my own horn, but everyone was bitching about the Islanders. Look at them now.
The Rangers aren't that good. This is all paper shit. Like,
The Rangers still have some of their old core, though. You have to remember that.
yeah, they've won some games, but they've all been like bullshit, you know, like one goal overtime against like suspect teams. Like they're in a good place. They're still gonna be like 500.
Yeah, I mean, like, you can say that about a few other teams, like, but it's getting kind of close now. The Red Wings have gone back from the brink, even though I don't know if that's a really good thing for them, to be fully honest. Like,
It's so early though. Like the
Oh, yeah.
Rangers were in last place a week ago, so now they're 2 points out of first.
well, the Metro is super tight.
Yeah,
Like, literally, let me look up the Metro right now.
yeah, I'm looking at it right now. The
Yeah,
Pens
when my computer loads. Like, I mean, it's 5 points between first place and second to last.
yeah, yeah, and the Penguins are over 500 and in
Oh, yeah.
place.
I mean, the Islanders are 500 and they're in fifth. I count overtime losses, so you can count that as a loss.
The Caps are in
Second to last because they have an extra game.
Yeah, this is gonna be all flipped by the time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, except for the Kings. They're just dog shit.
Yeah. Remember one year at
The
Montreal?
Blackhawks have lost 8 in a row. That's honestly surprising. I know they fired Joel Quenneville over the
Yep.
past week. Even though the real issue
Anyone else?
is throwing in all their money at, like, those old players from the old core. That's what's killing them.
Dude, Kane, Tays, and Keith are still getting paid a lot of money.
And Seabrook.
Brooke.
And they had to trade a decent bit for, like, to get rid of, like, the Bickle and Hossa contracts. Remember, Tara Vinen is now on the Hurricanes. Hinostroza is on, like the Coyotes. The Hammer.
Palmerson.
Yep.
Who else? Well, Panarin was a casualty of all those bad moves.
Oh, yeah.
too.
Well, he was brought in. He was moved to try and reinvigorate the old, like, guard. They traded him for Sod.
Yes. They wanted Sod back. He's a Sodom maybe.
Apparently, we also got some big news. Apparently, EDP got fired from his job.
Oh man.
He did security, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
and
he-
literally we get a super chat literally saying that. But James Amadei for $2. Will Joe Mauer make the Hall of Fame? It's very close.
I'm gonna
Very
say no.
close to me. Like, if he's going to make it, it'll be like a Jack Morris situation where it's going to be like 15, 20 years down the road.
When it's on his last ballot.
Yeah,
You know, and
I can see that. I can definitely see that.
numbers. Hold on. It's time for Joe Mauer's career stats.
Let's
everybody.
look him up. We'll look up Joey Mauer. Like, I mean, one of the old pastimes is going on Baseball Reference.
I love Baseball Reference.
Oh, yeah. You can lose so much time just looking up stats.
Dude, the way I find all my data for the videos is through the references and doing it where you can download one of these tables in a comma delineated sheet, and I'm super nerdy, so like I take that data and manipulate it and stuff. Baseball Reference is so great for all you nerds out
2009 was a generational year. 365, over 1 OPS, 28 home runs, MVP, Gold Glove, Silver Slugger, All-Star.
there. Contract year where he just did a little juicy juice.
Might have been it.
Might have been
It was the year after, but he probably got extended that year. But
Dude,
he got a big money. He's made $218 million, plus he's going to get an MLB pension. So I think he'll be doing all right for himself if he's invested properly.
Oh, he's good. Let's see what his WAR was.
WAR is 55.1, which isn't bad. I mean, it's fringe. It's borderline. You've got 3 Golden Gloves, 5 Silver Sluggers, 6 All-Stars, 3 batting titles, and an MVP. So very close.
His 2009 WAR was 7.8. That's absurd.
I mean, as I said, that's generational. Like, you get a WAR over 7, that's a career year.
7.8. Like, it was nearly 8. That's fucking ridiculous.
8 plus is MVP.
Yeah. Well, he was an MVP. He won the MVP.
Oh, yeah, he did. Like, the issue, what's going to hold him back is his later years, the decline in the injuries, and him having to move out from catcher. That's what's going to hold him back.
He had no pop.
Well, I mean, he had that one year when he hit 28, but, like, you don't really need power to make it to the Hall of Fame. You need, like, another intangible, like great defense or speed or an arm. Or something like that.
Hold on. Who's in the Hall right now that's in the Hall that doesn't have 300 home runs?
Let's take a look.
Andy, all right, hold on. Yeah, all right. Catchers of Fame, because Gary Carter has 300 home runs.
I'd probably say Lou Brock. Probably be one of them.
Catcher, though. A guy behind the plate. Hall of Fame.
I'm trying to find the Hall of Fame here. Can't seem to find
it. Oh, Ivan Rodriguez. How many home runs does he have? Pudge, career home runs. Dude, he had 311 home runs, Pudge did.
Yep, and he got it all in his final year.
Bill Dickey.
How about
Fisk?
Let me look up Yogi Berra.
Home runs. He had 376.
358.
Only Roy Campanella is not in because he got hit by a car. So, dude, first of all, catchers don't make it that often, and if they do, they have to have over 300 home runs.
Yeah, and I said he's going to be very close. Very close.
I don't think he gets in, honestly. He should have cheated. He should have done steroids. He should not have just, he should have put his liver and his whole body at risk to make the Hall of Fame like Ivan Rodriguez did.
Of course. Kevin Syka with another $5. Who signs Le'Veon? Also develop an anti-Pro Bowl roster. The anti-Pro Bowl part might not be bad for a video, Mr. 5 Points. So you get on that.
True. That's true. We could do a draft. We should do an anti-Pro Bowl draft.
Ooh,
on one of our
Pro Bowl draft. There you go, sir.
What's the question again?
Who signs Le'Veon Bell?
Oh, the Redskins.
I don't say Redskins. I'm going to say Lions or Bucks. Those have been my 2 choices, and I'm sticking to them.
Lions or Bucks?
Lions or Buccaneers?
You think the Eagles do something stupid and sign him just to piss off Yinzers?
I don't think so. Like, Howie Roseman's too shrewd with his money.
He's got cap room to sign him.
Well, a team that doesn't have big money to a quarterback or doesn't have any big defensive guys. Like Tampa Bay's one that comes to mind. Detroit, I think the allure of coming home still really comes for him, especially since playing at Michigan State and being a Spartan. The Jets, the Niners, the Raiders. Like the Raiders, I can see that because of Al Davis. Like they are really known for doing. I'm sorry, Mark Davis. But they've always been known for that stupid shit, and I could really see that. Like, it's bad.
Yeah. I think with Le'Veon, though, like, whoever gets him is going to regret it.
Oh, yeah. I've thought that since earlier this year. He's going to be like rusty. He's not used to game speed. Doesn't matter about injuries.
Oh, come on. I don't think that's a big deal. Michael Vick missed 2 years from being in prison and came back.
Le'Veon came out slow last year because he missed training camp.
Fuck him. I hope everyone blackballs him. Like, I hope there really is collusion in the NFL and people are just like, fuck you, Le'Veon. Like, we're not giving you any money.
Probably 1 year, $9 million deal. I could see that and laugh my ass off.
Yeah, right. Or he just goes into retirement. He's like, fuck this shit.
I can see that too. Like, it's like, fuck it, I'm going to be a rapper. And it'll be fucking terrible.
Yeah. Le'Veon doesn't have a fallback. Like Tiki Barber, when he retired, people were like lining up to hire him to be like on their TV show. But Le'Veon, no one's going to be like, yeah, we need him to be our sideline reporter.
Oh, ESPN Monday Night Football might. I can see that.
True. Right. He could replace Booger McFarlane.
And the Boogermobile. Instead of the Boogermobile, it's going to be the Rapmobile.
Have you noticed
and he's just going to do everything in rap lyrics. He's going to call himself Juice.
Right. It's so not tight. If Le'Veon was a sideline reporter with a boombox and a mic, and he would just rap out every down, like when they were like, now let's cut to Le'Veon, and then, he's got like a couple guys beatboxing for him on the side, and he's like, yeah, it was a first down. That's right, my clowns. Back to you, Troy. My boy. Jason Witten, say something dumb again. That's how that
sounds like Jason.
He said slide like you got to slide like a second baseman. I was like
slide like a second baseman. It's like he said something about like left leaning or right leaning or something like that in terms of like a non-politic situation. Like it's fucking I don't know.
Al Michaels look at him like what the fuck, Jason.
Even Dennis Miller's like what are you doing, Mac?
The boot though, Dennis Miller or Booger?
Ooh. I'd say Dennis Miller because we don't have to deal with that fucking contraption on the side of the field.
Dennis Miller wasn't bad.
Dennis Miller was a niche. That was his problem.
I always find Dennis Miller funny, though, so maybe I'm a little biased. But I remember one Monday night broadcast, they were like talking about Angie Harmon, how he was married to Jason Sehorn, and like Al Michaels was like, oh, that might have been the greatest play of his life. And then Dennis Miller goes, well, Angie is the greatest play of Jason Sehorn's life or something like that, to that effect. I was like,
and it's something what you learned something in baseball reference too. I did not realize Yogi Berra was a Met for a hot minute. Huh.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, 1965.
Was he a player manager that year?
51-12. Nope. Casey Stengel and Wes Westrom. Top player was Johnny Lewis. He was 40 years old.
Chris Mays was a shadow of himself.
Yeah.
Like they
Warren Spahn. Yeah, I knew he was there, but Tug McGraw.
When he was a Met in center field, they had to have another, like a guide dog out there with him to tell him where the ball was. Like, it's over here, Willie. Come get it.
Jeez. But we got to keep going, man. We got too many Snapchats. The Squid, EDP got fired again, so he's up for hire. Wink, wink. You think he could be a correspondent on the dumpster fire, Mr. 5 Points?
Yeah, now that he has an official Twitter.
Oh, he's got an official Twitter now.
Yeah, the Twitter that I'd been messaging, being like, "Hey, EDP, come on my show," was like a fake account, some white kid, and
that sounds like EDP, like an imposter, kind of like my Instagram.
Your popular Instagram that you didn't even start.
Yeah, it's 3,000 followers. I check in every now and again. Like, what? Okay,
that's scary and awesome at the same time.
Yeah, it is kind of scary, to be honest with you. William Weiss for $4. The Seabrook contract goes to 2024. Hold on. Let me look up some cap friendly.
That's an ugly deal. Yep. Cap friendly is also a nice little, like, there's
$3 million in cap space right now, 76. They lost their third round pick. You've got Kane till 2022-23 when he's 34. Taves till he's 35. Seabrook until he is 37, 38, 39. And then Keith for 4 more years.
Yeah. I mean, this is crazy,
Yep.
dude.
Connor Murphy for 4 more years. Corey Crawford's coming up on a free agent deal. So he's the only reason they're relevant. Yep, they have Cam Ward. Mm-hmm. Cam Ward. They have Chris Kunitz.
Wow. They got 3 rings, 3 cups behind net there.
Oh, yeah.
Chicago.
A 4.
They suck.
Oh, yeah, 3 cups because the first one was Niemi. I forgot about that.
Yep. Nah, I knew you couldn't sneak that one past me, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Take that out to the board.
Yep.
I remembered it was Anton Niemi, probably the worst goaltender to win a Stanley Cup.
Cam Ward? I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think who else. Like, there's probably a worse one out there.
Worse goalie than Anton Niemi that won the cup recently.
Niemi. Osgood.
Osgood, yeah, you're right. Osbad winning a cup is...
Yep, in 2008.
Yep.
Lup job for $5 Canadian. How bad is the Flames goaltending situation with Mike Smith? What are their options? Well, unfortunately, this was their situation. Like, they chose to stick their horse to an old guy, Mike Smith. Mike Smith is inconsistent. David Riddick has been doing all right. But at the same time, like, what else do they have? Like, there isn't much on the market right now.
What happened to Ocho Cinco, Chad Johnson?
Chad Ocho Cinco, he's in St. Louis now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was in Buffalo last year, I think.
There's not much starting talent left in the. There's no big name goalies now other than
available.
Available.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there seems to be a core of 4 or 5 goalies that are in the elite group, the Vasilevskis, the Bobrovskis, but outside of that, like, there's really no like.
Oh yeah.
That are going to surprise you. In terms
of course,
when they, coming out of nowhere. Though Hellebuck, I would say.
Hellebuck's getting there. Agree with that.
He's an elite goaltender for sure, but he kind of came out of nowhere last year. Snapchat says they are accumulating.
Oh, yeah. Shohei Ohtani is 2018 Rookie of the Year for Bio Loveshine, $2. Definitely deserved. I'm hearing all the Yankees fans like bitch about Miguel Andujar not getting it. Or like Gleyber Torres. It's like, why?
How biased.
Yeah, Ohtani deserved it. I'm sorry. End of story.
Dude, okay, let's look at his fucking stats.
Shohei Ohtani? He had a strong year.
Shohei
Ohtani. It's going to be a shame he's not going to be able to bat.
Injuries,
285, 361, 564, 925 OPS, 22 home runs.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and the fact that he
2.7 wins above replacement as a player, 1.2 as a pitcher, and he was 4-2 with a 331 average as a pitcher. So yeah, he deserved it.
So if he's 7 wins as 7 WAR as a player and 1-2 as a
it's a combined 4. So you're looking at like
combined 4,
borderline all-star caliber player.
But he's
now let's look up Andujar. 2.2. And his numbers are lower across the board. 297, 855, which is lower in terms of power and OBS. I mean, his power's a little better, but his on-base percentage is much lower. Plus, you don't get the added benefit of a pitcher. So, and his defensive work was extremely subpar.
What slot in the order did he typically bat in? Towards the top? Or
I think he was near the middle.
Middle?
Yeah.
3 at bats. I mean, to only have a on base percentage of 328 on a 300 average, that's pretty bad.
That is bad. That's you're looking at like if it weren't for the power, he'd be an empty hitter.
Strikeouts, 97K. Well, he didn't go over 100 in strikeouts. I mean, that's okay, but like,
I mean, it's easy to go over 100 in strikeouts anymore.
True. Yeah, he's not Rookie of the Year to me. Shohei Ohtani and the Jew in me says that he was very valuable to me because I'm like, wow, if I were an owner, I'd be like, hey, pitches and hits.
Pitches and catches. Ooh, you would say that. Don't Feed Phil for $2. Thoughts on Jimmy Butler to the 76ers? I'm not crazy about it. I don't know why. I'm just not. I don't know if he'll mesh well with Simmons and Embiid.
I hope not. I hope that they continue to be a dumpster fire forever because I've talked so much shit about the process. I hope it does not work.
It looks like this is the kind of trade that like busts it up because like you've traded decent depth in Covington and Sarge.
Yeah,
Plus, you didn't trade a first-round pick, but that first-round pick's not going to be that good.
Yeah, but I think they realize this is their opportunity, right?
Well, I mean, you have to because you've got to pay like Simmons and Embiid.
Mm-hmm. Plus, it looks like the Lakers aren't going to be really formidable. Like, there's no real other threat to anyone other than the Warriors again. So if you're the East, like if you're going to make the finals, this is the year to.
Yeah, just watch them do something stupid and get Carmelo Anthony though. I can see that.
He is such a bum, Carmelo.
That's why I laughed my ass off when he signed him. Because Carmelo Anthony does not want to be a backup.
He'd rather go to like Minnesota and start so that he can get his 30 minutes and 30 points a night.
Oh, he'll go to like Atlanta again.
Wasn't he there already?
Yeah, he was. He got traded for Dennis Schroeder, and then Atlanta ate his contract.
What a guy that his career between his ears. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course.
So much talent.
Mm-hmm. And then Phil Jackson's in the background, like swelling with pride because he knew he was right. Because fuck Phil Jackson is the executive. But
yes,
sorry. James Day for another $2. Who wins, Chicago Bears or Vikings?
I don't know, but whoever wins that game is important in the composition because if the Vikings go out and win, which I think they should. Then it makes the Cousins acquisition worthwhile. If they lose to the Bears,
damn it,
they're
the Pens are lost it.
Yeah,
damn it.
I don't think they make the playoffs. Honestly,
the Pens? No.
The Bears are playing very good fucking football.
I want the Bears to win only so I can keep laughing at the Raiders for that terrible trade.
True. That's the thing now. Like my motivation, a good game. Like I want to see the most pain possible.
Oh, of course. It's good for business. It's the best part.
When you're in the business of shit posting, the more shit that gets posted is good for business, baby.
Don't feed Phil for another $5. If Le'Veon Bell wants to spite Pittsburgh, he should go to Baltimore.
Oh, wow. Then you could wear the Le'Veon Bell Ravens jersey to Heinz Field and get beat up in the parking lot.
Yep. And that surprisingly makes sense, too, because Baltimore doesn't really have a running back.
Yeah. Well, Lamar Jackson. Or slash Cordell.
Oh, yeah. You want to? Speaking of laughter, Titans over the Patriots.
Oh, yeah.
That was good. That felt good.
I looked at that game too. I think the Pats were favored like -3 or something, and I was like, man, the Pats are going to blow them out.
Pats are going to blow them out, but the key is no Gronk.
Yeah, well, that makes you think how one-dimensional the Patriots are if they can't get the ball to anyone else.
Well, and then they're going to play the Steelers and then beat them because they can't cover Gronk. But we can at least have a week be like the Patriots are mortal, and we can all celebrate with a glorious victory. But, yeah,
the Titans are playing really good football, and
they've
unfortunately for them, this is not the time to be playing their best football. I'll tell you that.
I don't know. Mariota seems like he's turning a corner. He's looked strong.
Yeah. You want to be hot in December.
I mean, you could say that about like a couple teams, like the Steelers too. You could say that about like the Chiefs, the Rams. Like,
yeah,
maybe
I don't know, but the Chiefs and the Rams look like they have staying power.
Yeah, the Steelers worry me because like their D is still very suspect, and especially if Connor stays out with his concussion issues, running back gets really goddamn thin.
Isn't that ironic?
Yeah, I mean, apparently he's supposed to practice tomorrow, but with concussions, you never know.
Wait a minute. The Steelers aren't very deep at running back?
Yeah, because Le'Veon didn't report.
Why is that?
I don't know, because like they had James Conner, and then their other players are like
'Cause they
Jalen
didn't wanna
Samuels
overcommit.
and Blast from the Past and Stephon Ridley.
Dude, if you ask me, both sides are doing the right thing because the Steelers are like, "Fuck that! We're not gonna pay some dude that's gonna ruin our literally ruin our franchise."
Yeah, oh, they've offered him a couple contracts.
Right. But he thinks he's worth more, and he
Yeah.
is.
14.5 million's a decent chunk of change, especially when he's making significantly more than the next highest paid running back.
Right. Le'Veon is someone that got drafted by the Steelers, and he's not going to buy into this whole discount to win mentality that they have in.
No.
In
Dude,
the,
like he
New
saw
England.
like how everyone else got paid. He saw how Antonio got paid and Ben got paid. He thinks he's on their level.
Yeah. Well, he's wrong. He's in a different class of football player, which is, if Ben Roethlisberger has highway miles, Le'Veon Bell has off-road miles on his frame, and he's gonna break.
Ben
down
does
at
have some
point.
off-road miles though. He took a beating early on.
True. But he's built like a fucking gets hit like every week and just gets.
Yeah, it's like up here, inject me with more painkillers. Like, I think he did probably break something in the Baltimore game. I was just like, yeah, you're fine. And then he just like inject him with a bunch of like painkillers and morphine. It's like, oh, we're good to go now.
Right. Yep. Throw that horse tranquilizer in there and fucking go out there and throw some passes. The Steelers are like 1 or 2 wins away from full-on Yinzer mode inhabiting all of Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah, trust me, it will.
They're
happen.
8-2-1.
Oh, if they're
Who they
8-2-1, everyone's gonna go crazy, and then like reality will probably strike, unfortunately. But
Better beat the fucking Jags. They better beat the fucking Broncos, and they should beat the Chargers. They could reel off the next 4.
I don't
Easily.
know. Like, I think the Chargers are still pretty underrated.
Chargers are good, but they could take 3 out of 4, and that would leave them at what?
That would be like 7-3-1.
9-3-1. If they take 3 out of the next 4, they'd be
Like, they're not
9-3.
gonna win out the rest of the season.
Right, but they're gonna win the division.
Oh,
and
of
have
course.
a
Like, the
playoff
division's a joke.
wild card weekend, but still, they could win a playoff game and get all of Yinzerville fucking siced for them to get put down by the Chiefs in the second round in Kansas City,
Patriots.
or have to go into fucking Foxborough.
Yeah,
That's
which
right.
is kryptonite. Yep. Mega Nixter for $2. NFL Coach Battle Royale. Who wins?
What are we using? Fortnite rules?
I don't
Or they
know.
just have to use their cunning and weaponry, or is it like a full fight? Because Sean McVay, I think, would kick some ass.
I'd say Belichick would kick some ass for like the cunning part. He'd probably just be like, he'll hire like a bunch of other people to like kill.
Well, what Belichick would do is he would convince a whole bunch of other coaches to protect him.
Mm-hmm.
He was, as soon as they turned around, he would shoot them in the back.
I can see a few guys doing that. Like Hugh Jackson, hey you, protect me. Like, okay. And then like, dead.
Hugh Jackson.
I'll get like Bill O'Brien and Patricia. Be like, hey guys, you remember me? Hey, protect me. And then I'll, done.
You owe your whole career to me. And then Josh McDaniel's like, yes, sir. Whatever you say.
And then I'll just jump off a cliff for him.
That's how Belichick runs the fucking Patriots. Like, I was thinking about that the other day. You know how in World War II, like the Japanese soldiers would just do anything for the emperor?
Yep.
That's how Belichick has got his guys convinced. Like, he's just like, just run off that fucking cliff right there and just,
Exactly. Exactly.
That's right. All right, what else?
Mustard Bus for $5. Just got home from work. What Captain Fat Fuck did to my Panthers D was not cool. What the Panthers D did to themselves was not cool. Like, they couldn't stop shit. That was horrible.
Bad. I've never seen a whipping so bad.
That was a glorious ass whooping. Like, it was just a whooping.
That was porn from like quarter 2. Like, that was just straight up.
Yep.
I thought that I was going to hear the theme from Orgasmo. It was just,
Oh, it's just going to be like, we're going to throw it on porn this whole week on Pornhub because there's nothing but blowouts.
Yep. They re-uploaded all the highlights from that game to Pornhub.
Pretty much. I can see that. 6-0 Detroit. Jesus Christ.
Holy shit! Is it going to be a great blowout here?
Yeah, I think this is some Pornhub, especially for Detroit. The only thing they got. And New Jersey won. Fuck.
I love Detroit.
Fuck the Penguins. Fuck. Why do you stop sucking?
Oh, I thought. Oh, golly, Penguins are not good.
They suck. Like they're in trouble. Yep. Their window might have slammed right the fuck shut.
Or Jacob has got to watch this and react to all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Fucked. Yep.
Don't feed Phil for another $2. NFL just moved the Rams game back to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I mean, still better
I saw that
than
before.
Mexico. Jesus.
That's what I'm saying. Like earlier, like if Donald Trump was the commissioner of the NFL and not the president, he'd be on like a semi-racist Twitter diatribe against Mexico right now. Like unacceptable.
Build the wall to the field.
Right.
And then make the owners pay for it.
Right. It would be like one of his like semi-composed tweets where he's like, Mexico again not being prepared to be neighbors, bad for business! Exclamation.
Sad.
Never again NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Not good. You know, like that would be.
Of course.
Commissioner.
Yeah. Billy. Nobody. That Jack Johnson contract was horrible from the beginning. Let's just say that.
Why did y'all do that?
And Jack, let's just place it that way. Everybody in Pittsburgh felt no nut November that night.
Yeah.
And as for the Jack Johnson contract, I was sitting there like, why? The dude didn't even dress in the playoffs. He fucking sucks. And guess what? He's fucking sucked. Then Mustard Bust with another $2 saying that's fair. So, makes sense.
Hey, Mustard Bus, I'm a little pissed. I took the Panthers that night at -3.
Yeah, he's just salty because they didn't cover for his FanDuel gambling habit thing.
It didn't even come close. Like it was over. It was my bookie, by the way. FanDuel.
My bookie. Sorry. I've sacrileged your great sponsor.
What's funny is like I never used to bet on games, and then I like started betting and winning, and then now I'm like,
it's a drug, man. I see why people do it. Like I'm terrible at it, so that's why I don't do it. But
well, yeah, the easiest way to stop doing stuff is like be terrible at it. Like one time I tried heroin, I like missed my vein and like shot it.
Yeah, I can see that.
I was like, you know what? I'm not good at this, so I'm just not gonna do it.
Oh yeah, it was rough.
So, I tried snorting crack instead of. Oh, there's your fucking email.
Yep. I keep forgetting. Like I have the screen on.
That's why I have the two displays. So
I don't have a 2 display.
I think you can afford it, right?
Maybe.
Fucking setup, you know, and then post pictures of it on Twitter like I did, just to fly it in everyone's face that I could afford 3 monitors.
Mm-hmm.
You should become that douche now that this is your career.
Career, quote unquote.
This is our career that ends with us being fucking the shit beaten out of us in a basement at the NFL headquarters.
Pretty much.
Talk shit about the Giants again, Adam. Huh? Yeah.
Oh,
they wouldn't
exactly.
even talk about Adam. They're like, we finally got this guy. All right.
Oh, yeah. Ben Steele for $2. Thoughts on the Redskins winning the NFC East? Honestly, not impressed. I'm sorry, but they're really inconsistent, and the only reason they're winning that division is because the rest of their division sucks dick.
Yeah, that was an ugly game with them and the Buccaneers.
Oh, yeah. They should have lost that game so many times. You give up 500 yards of offense, you should lose.
What's her name? The Ninja Warrior, Casey Cannizzaro or Chandler Cannizzaro?
Yeah. Yep, he got cut for Cairo Santos.
Aguayo hasn't made his way onto a field this year. The kicking is so fucking bad.
He almost made it in San Diego. I'm sorry, Los Angeles. See, even I'm doing
that guy. What was the Asian fella? Asian,
Young Hoku.
Hoku. What the hell you want from me, motherfucker?
Yep.
I kicked field goal right
Yep,
in
and
the
they did
middle.
that as a cost-cutting maneuver, and now Josh Lambo has become one of the best kickers in football.
Gosh,
Whoops.
Lambo. It's not racist if I'm Asian, right?
No, go ahead, man. I mean, you have all the right to Jewish and Asian jokes.
Right. See, that's how EDP continues to not get banned because like he posts the F word and gay slurs, but they're like, oh, he's black, so he's just acting out against society. So it like he'll never get banned. He
Yeah.
can just continue to say whatever he wants because you know that's how YouTube works. They're like, well, okay, he's black, so okay. But if it were me, Asian / Jewish jokes, then I'm in trouble. That's right.
Speaking of kickers, Cody Parkey.
Cody Parkey. What's so great about Cody Parkey?
Hit 4 straight field goal posts.
Oh,
Shanked it 4 times. I think that's a record.
That's right. And they still won by a lot.
Yeah, like he made a couple. I mean, it didn't matter because Detroit, like they got their asses whooped. But it's still funny.
Yeah. No, it was within. I think they had a chance to get within 7 or 5. No, it was a 12-point win because I was watching that spread. I was like, please do not go down the field. And then speaking of that, Derek Carr all the way on 4th down.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why would you even do that? It's like, nope. See ya.
He forgot what down it was. He's been hit so many times this year that he didn't even know what down it was.
Exactly.
All right, man. I think we did an hour of
Yes,
time.
sir. Well, 55, but I mean, it counts. I mean,
we can do 5 more minutes.
56, 30, 40. We're kind of at. So.
Hey, your little banner there is looking pretty sweet on your channel.
Yeah, that was made by me. I think it was Mikkel 08, I think it was. Like, he just made it out of the blue. It's like, okay, it looks good. And I didn't have one for the longest time, for either that or YouTube. So I'm like, hell yeah, I'll take it.
Oh, did you put one on YouTube? You had the just the leaves as the background.
No, I changed that. You look it up, I changed it.
Yeah. That you got to be professional now.
Professional, yeah. And in quotes.
You have a reputation to uphold. Yep.
Well, I think it's time to call it a night. Thank you all for coming. 154 of you that are masochistic enough to linger around. I know a few of you left, but hey, thank you guys. Much appreciated. We'll see you guys probably this time next week. I mean, barring...
Yeah. You should host more often.
I gotta work on the production a little bit. Like, I gotta, like...
Yeah, just, like, put your...
I mean, I'll throw, like, some gaming on there or some shit, or...
I don't know.
Like, I'll play some, like, fucking Fortnite. I'll put shit with shit again, right? Because that worked out well the last time I did it.
How about next week I play NHL in the back, NHL 19, while you, like, read all the Snapchats?
That would be awesome. We should do that.
You can see how terrible I am at this game. I'm really bad at NHL, but I still play it because I'm just addicted like a crackhead.
Exactly, man. It's you're coping with Also, I want to thank you all for the super chats. Thank you to Dodger of Zion, Kevin Syka, Jack Kabisky, Lord Lowe, TIE Fighter 94, Kirk Coble, James Amadei, The Squid, William Weiss, Lopjop, Before You Love Shine, Don't Feed Phil, the Mega Nixter 1, Mustard Bus, and Ben Steele. Thank you guys. Much appreciated. But otherwise, guys, have yourselves a good night. Take care. And as 5 Points would always say, you have fortunately made it to the end of this stream. Peace out, yo.
Out. Oh, that was good shit.